Hey guys, back with another installment. Actually, I've met a couple of taxi drivers on the road in the last couple of days saying, you haven't done a video in a while, what's the story? So, anyway, here's an update. Firstly, I had Friday there last week, I had a small issue with the car. The infotainment system froze. The radio was on. I went to turn down the volume on the knob in the center of the console on the infotainment system, and the volume wouldn't go down or up. And then I tried it on the steering wheel, that didn't go up or down. Tried hitting the center of the volume button in the console to go back to the main screen. It wouldn't go back. So I rang Bluegate Motors just to report and to have it checked out to see was there a software update or whatever. And there was nobody in the service department on the Friday. They were to ring me back on Monday. By just before lunch on Monday, I still didn't get a call, so I rang them again and spoke to someone. They were to get back to me. It's now Wednesday. They still haven't. But anyway, after I rang them on Friday, I ended up sitting on a rank. So I got out of the car, turned the car off, got out of the car, locked it, left it for a couple of minutes, got back into the car, and everything was fine. And it hasn't happened since. And I do recall somebody did ask me in a previous video in the comments below if it had happened to them, and if it had happened to me, and if apparently it can happen. It seems to be, I won't say an issue as such, but it can happen. But as I said, just turning the car off and locking it and leave it for a few minutes seemed to do fine. But anyway, we'll see. I'll find out if it's a software update that's needed or whatever and let you know. But energy companies, the saga continues. Monday of last week, I rang. I'm out of contract with my energy provider, and I found my next door neighbour. He drives a taxi as well. He's driving the Nero, and he's on the Energia EV plan. Now, when you go onto the Energia website, it's very, very difficult to find. You have to actually search, Google Energia EV plan to get it, to find it. It's the easiest way of doing it, and it is a very good rate. It's at the moment 27.43 cent for the day rate and 7.9 cent for the whole night, which is amazing. It's very, very good rate. But you have to have a day-night meter, and it does say it on the web page. When you do find it, it does state that you must have a day-night meter. So I rang Energia and speaking to Craig Monday of last week, and I said I wanted to switch. So he asked for the MPN number, MPRN number, and he started giving me day rate of 23.61, peak rate of 24.74, and night rate of 16.87. And I said, whoa. I said, no. I said, I want your EV plan. I have an EV. I want your EV plan. We can't give you that. You don't have a day-night meter. I said, well, what's the difference? I said, I have a smart meter that's activated, and you still get the same information of what energy I'm using at what time. So I want the EV plan. So after being on the phone for him for 28 minutes and 57 seconds to be precise, he couldn't give me a straight answer as to why he couldn't give me that right. So I said, get somebody to ring me who can. So Aoife, his manager, rang me back a couple of hours later and said to me I couldn't have the EV plan because I didn't have a day-night meter. It stated that on their website. And I said, yeah, but why? You're still getting the same information. Why can't I get that? And she told me that the firmware that they have in their computer system couldn't read the smart meters, which sounded a bit suspicious to me, but who was I to argue? So I said, well, how can you... I said, Craig quoted me a day-night rate with a peak rate in the middle. So I said 3 different rates over a 24-hour period, and you can read that information, but you can't read the information for your EV plan. How does that work? To which she replied, well, you have to have a day-night meter for the EV plan, but we are updating our firmware and it should be done by the end of the year. So call back next year when you're out of plan and we'll see what we can do. And that was the end of the conversation, which wasn't happy about. So I rang ESB Networks to ask them to change my smart meter to a day-night meter, because, as I said, it is the best rate out there at the moment. But Energy don't seem to be too anxious to give it to anyone, probably because it is a very good rate. ESB Networks told me, no, you have to get onto your energy provider. They have to submit a service request to have anything changed. So I said, right, okay. So I had to ring Electric Ireland, because that's who I'm with at the moment. And again, nearly half an hour conversation. The guy was telling me, no, they won't change it. Definitely won't take out your smart meter. I said, no, they will. My next door neighbour, he has an EV. He's a taxi driver as well. 3 months ago, he had a smart meter taken out and a day-night meter put in. Now, he was with Energy originally, and when he got the EV, he went for the EV plan. So they put in the request. He got his day-night meter. Happy days. So I said, they can do it, and they will do it. It has been done. So he said, right, okay, I'm surprised at that, but anyway, I'll put in your service order there for your smart meter to be taken out and day-night meter put in, and he gave me the reference number of the service order. So that was Monday of last week. So Monday this week, I still hadn't heard anything from anyone, so I rang ESB Networks and I said, yeah, I just want to follow up on a service order that was placed last week. And she took me details. I said, right, okay, I'll just put you on hold. Came back and said, oh, there was a problem with that. The request that was put in by Electric Ireland was for a 24-hour meter, which is what you have. Your smart meter is a 24-hour meter. And I said, right, okay, Kate, explained the situation, what was happening, and how I thought it was ridiculous that I had to have the smart meter taken out. Anyway, she said, look, I understand. And I told her what Eva out of Energy told me, and she said, no. She said, ESB Networks own your meter. We are the ones that read your meter, and then we pass on the information to the energy providers. So she said, Energy don't read the meters, we do. Electric Ireland don't read the meters, we do. We read all the meters, and then we pass it on to whatever energy provider you are with. So yeah, not happy with that. So I said, look, I just want the best rate possible. Energy prices are spiraling. You know, there's been massive increases, a lot of increases over the last 12 months, and still more to come. So I said, you know, I obviously want to have the best rate possible. So she just said, look, we have to send this back to Electric Ireland because they didn't submit the right information, which we will do. But here's the contact details for the energy regulator. So that will be the next step. So this morning I got a phone call from Garrett from Electric Ireland just to confirm, because ESB Networks done what they were supposed to do and they sent back the order just of what I wanted. So I explained to him, you know, what I wanted, and he said, right, okay. And then again he was saying to me, they won't take out a smart meter, and I said, no, they will. It's been done. The neighbour had it done, so I want it done. You know, I want the best rate possible. So that's that. But so that's where that's where I am with it. More going back and forward, but it's just mind-boggling. As far as I can see, it's just the energy companies are using smart meters as an excuse to up rates on people and reduce the, you know, the different packages that they're providing, and it's not on. I'm not having it, you know. And ridiculous that they have to take out a smart meter that's giving them the same information to put in another meter. It's a waste of resources, waste of time, waste of money. So anyway, that's where I am with that. So I'll keep you updated, but I will get that EV plan if it's the last thing I do. But anyway, so that's it for the moment. Hope everything's good with everyone, and keep it safe. Talk to you soon. Bye.